righty what ho, chaps and chappets, Game Chap and Bertie here.
Yes.
Yes, fellows, and I dare say we have here a very interesting and quite unique piece of news for an upcoming Minecraft feature, do we not, old chap?
Well, we most certainly do, old chap, yes indeed. And what's more, we're honoured to have a very special guest here in the offices to tell us all about it.
That's right, fellows. In the studio today, we have here someone very special and highly respected in his field, you know.
We most certainly do, yes indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, chaps and chapettes, well, let me introduce to you Sir Alf Polo. Oh, hello, Game Chap and Bertie. It's a real pleasure to be here. Of course, I'm rather a big fan of Game Chap and Bertie, and so's my lovely wife. We particularly like the ones where Squiddington blows up the...
Yes, thank you, Sir Alf. It's very, very much our pleasure to meet you also, and you're most welcome here, I say. Now, we understand you are here to give us some special news.
Oh, yes, that's right. Well, Sir Alf, is it true that they've actually taken you on a Mojang?
Well, indeed, we've heard the rumours, I say.
Well, yes, that seems to be the case. You see, they were wondering about ideas of perhaps mobs and things that they could add to Minecraft. Well, so we heard, Sir Alf, but am I right in saying that your idea was tits and boobies?
Really, Bertie, must you, I say? Please let the man speak, I say.
His idea.
Let him speak, for goodness sake. It's not appropriate to preempt people like that.
Oh, that's perfectly all right, I understand. Yes, indeed, Bertie, you are correct, yes. You see, I've always had an obsession with nature, and particularly tits and boobies, since my younger days. Yes.
Truly? Right.
Yes, I go out in all weathers, even when it's raining or nippy, with my binoculars to see what I can find.
That's most enlightening, Sir Alf.
Well, do you really? Well, don't you frighten them away? Oh, no, you don't frighten them. If you keep yourself hidden, you usually get away with it. I imagine you do. Oh, yes, I'll tell you, one time I saw a pair of great tits. They were the best pair I've ever seen. They're in all their glory. It was a wonderful sight.
Right, yes, of course.
Yes.
Perhaps you care to show us, old chap?
Of course I would. I'd be more than happy to, Game Chap, of course. Here's the first little snap.
I say, that's splendid, old chap.
Oh, beautiful
Sir
pair.
Alf, I must say you are quite the photographer.
Oh, thank you, Game Chap, thank you. That means so much coming from you.
Do you have any more photographs?
I do, yes. Here's another one.
What? Hold on.
What's he doing?
What's going... Sir Alf!
Oh, I do apologise. It seems to have slipped in there, one of my holiday snaps.
Your holiday snaps. You clearly visit some exotic locales there.
Quite a photographer, isn't it?
Right. So, anyway...
Move on quickly.
Yes, next question. Now, some people have said they don't really like tits and boobies, and they don't want them in Minecraft. Now, what do you say to that?
Well, of course, there are different types out there, and those who don't have an appreciation for nature and its finer aspects. You have your detractors and your knockers, of course, but although they can be vocal, I'm quite sure they're in the minority, actually. Yes, I suppose they are, yes.
Yes, they are. So how would you respond to their complaints, Sir Alf?
Well, I think the best response to them is a firm one. Being too soft will allow them too much sway, you know.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I suppose it would, actually, yes.
Right. Could you perhaps elaborate, old chap?
Now, we mustn't forget boobies, of course, because these can often be overlooked. It's wonderful to see them bouncing along as they do.
That's
bouncing
right.
Yes.
Hopping. I believe you're looking for the word hopping.
Yes, it's hopping, sir.
Hopping.
Yes, he means hopping. Yes,
of course you do, sir. Don't find it's an elementary mistake.
Well, yes, let it not be said that I am not also an appreciator of other birds. For example, owls. I have seen some great hooters in my time. Yes.
Would you say that's the scientific term for the... Yes, but is it the Latin definition? Owl?
I think it is. It must be. He says he's the expert.
He's the expert.
He does.
He'd know about it. Yeah, of course he will.
Yes, of course, but one thing I can't stand is fakes. There's nothing quite like seeing natural tits in their habitat. All these stuffed specimens are really no good at all. There's just something not right about them. Best to keep them under covers where no one can see them. Yes, of course.
Yes, quite an appreciator of taxonomy, are we?
Yes, I think he is. Yes.
Right. Well, so Sir Alf, then, when you approached the Mojang team with all these ideas you have, what was their reaction, old chap?
Well, to be honest, their first response was bravo. Bravo! Yes.
Right. Yes, carry on.
Well, yes, and I must say I could clearly see they were practically bussing for the inclusion of these new features, and I am greatly looking forward to it, although one person made a certain remark, and I understand there was a dressing down involved afterwards. Oh, yes, a dressing down, yes.
Of course, Sir Alf.
Yes.
May I ask, perhaps you could explain further on what ideas you have for the game? It's very interesting, you know.
Oh, I have huge plans. One of my ideas is that we could store the drops of these new mobs in the existing large chests that we already have in the game.
Right, yeah.
Large chests, yes.
Yes, not the small ones are...
the square ones, the large ones are the rectangular shape. Yes, that's
could
it.
perhaps use the small ones as well as the large
Yes. Well, some of my ideas seem a bit wobbly right now, but I'm just getting a feel for what will work best. The last thing I want to do is to make a bum job of it.
That would be
of course you wouldn't.
Most undesirable. And,
of course you wouldn't. He's an expert. You wouldn't want that.
I mean, I must say, I have long awaited the inclusion of new mobs. I'm very much looking forward to these the birds, basically.
Yes.
And I believe it'll be a fine addition. So, Sir Alf, please continue, I say.
Well, I've always been a fan of Minecraft for many years. When I first started playing in 1968. 1968? What? The game only came out a couple of years ago.
It was 2009, I think. Perhaps you're mistaken there, Sir Alf.
Yes, but I was sort of thinking about it then, and was waiting for Mr. Notch to just get on and make it. What? What an absolute buffoon! Why didn't you do it yourself? You could have been a multi-billionaire! Well, yes, I have my own interests, though, and didn't want to spoil things for Mr. Notch.
Well,
that's very considerate.
Yes, well, right, so perhaps you could explain a little. When might we expect to see these updates, old chap?
Well, I think this will definitely show that Minecraft updates are not dead. And if you thought we'd run out of ideas, well, we've bounced back.
I'm sure. Could you perhaps leave us with some parting photographs, perhaps just a teaser photo of what we might expect?
Oh, I'd be more than happy to, yes. I've got some big boobies here.
Right, yes. They're very nice.
Oh, and here's some more great tits.
Yes.
They're lovely, yes.
These ones are very
look great in there, won't they?
I love them,
yes.
Yes,
They will.
They're awfully good.
And these ones are my favourite.
What?
Oh, I do apologise, it's the holiday snaps again.
For goodness sake, Sir Alf.
Get it out of here, quickly.
He must be racking up a phone bill by now, old chap.
I think he must be, yes. Well, Sir Alf, you're clearly abreast of the latest trends, and no doubt you'll be a tremendous support to the Mojang team. Oh, thank you, Bertie. Now I shall be getting back to Bikini Atoll, where I've heard there's a very rare and impressive pair of... Oh, thank you, Sir Alf, yes.
Thank you very much, Sir Alf.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Alf Polo, who is going to be bringing us these wonderful new features, I say.
Yes, tits and boobs. No, just get him out of here, quickly, get him out.
Well, it was very interesting and enlightening to have a new angle on the situation there, old chap.
Oh, yes, no doubt they'll be tweeting about it.
I'm sure they will, old boy.
Yes, they seem to have gone straight for the jugular.
Yes, right. There we go then, fellows. Thank you guys for joining us in this James Jones got here. News update building of sorts. I'm going to go to see you once more in the next exciting idea, I say.
Oh, I'm feeling rather thirsty and this glass is rather small. I don't suppose you've got another cup or even two? Quick, get him out of here!